as we speak now, the family does not know exactly what happened on September the 15th of 2025. We are seeking answers from Delta State University. We're seeking answers from the coroner's office. We need answers. As of this point, the family of Trey Reed has not even received a phone call from the president of Delta State University and to tell them exactly what happened to their child that they entrusted to Delta State University. As we move forward, we're just looking for answers that a simple camera on the university's campus will answer. There are a lot of unanswered questions here, and the family just wants some answers from top officials at the university and at the coroner's office. Does anyone have any questions? Yes. Well, at this point, justice would look like transparency. Justice looks like a simple phone call from the president of the university with some personalization that this young man that we entrusted to Delta State University, that you care. Yes. I actually have Trey's uncle, his uncle who's the pastor of this church, and he will come forward and tell you a little bit about Trey.
Thank you. We bring you greetings from Living Faith Miracle Temple Church of God in Christ here in the city of Grenada. And on behalf of Trey Reed, and whom will be my nephew, that's right, and who I've been knowing for, let me get one of my mics, well, that'd be good, use these here, whom I've been knowing for a very long time. He graduated here, I believe it might have been 2 years ago, or maybe going on 3 years now. He graduated. When he graduated, he usually come here. Most every other Sunday he would be here to attend the church here. And he was one of the type of young men that he was very obedient. And when I talk to him, I always tell him, he always tell me that he had a plan for his life. And many things he want. One thing he said he wanted to be a truck driver. He wanted to go to college, he wanted to be a truck driver because that's what I once was for nearly 30 years. And that's what he wanted to be. And he would come here laughing, so joyful, a happy young man. And right now we are, along with the family here, the Reed family, we just want answers. We just really want answers. Because a young man like that, he wasn't a street young man. You know, sometimes we got people that in the streets and this and that. He wasn't that type of person. He didn't do any of those things. So that's why we are so concerned about what's going on. We're getting mixed information. We're hearing everything on the media. So we just want the truth. That's all we're looking for. Because he was a young man, I really loved it. And so right now, that's what we're looking for. And I thank the Lord for my niece. Thank God for her and all of my relatives that are here on today. So that's about all I have to say right now. I thank you so much for your support and finding out, yet bringing the truth to the light. That's what we're looking forward for. Thank you.
Anyone else have any additional questions? Yes, go right ahead.
Has anyone from Alger County involved in the investigation?
No, they have not. No, they have not. And that's one of the reasons for the urgency of this press conference, because the family is getting all of their information secondhand through the news. And we want that to stop today. It will stop today. And the officials from Delta State University, the coroner's office, you will communicate directly with this family and not through the media. And we want answers, and we're going to launch our own independent investigation to get those answers if Delta State University won't cooperate with us, if the local coroner's office won't cooperate with us, and hopefully the state coroner's office will cooperate, and so that this family just will not just, this happened yesterday, February the 15th, 2025. The media knew about his Trey's death before the family did. Now, what justice, what right would you communicate with the media prior to communicating with this family as if this young man's life meant nothing? But moving forward ahead, we will seek answers independently from Delta State University and from the coroner's office, and if need be, independent from the state coroner's office, because we need answers as to what happened to Trey Reed. Where there should have been cameras at the university that could easily enlighten us as to what happened in the early mornings of September the 15th of 2025. That's easy. A lot of the questions that we have, the answers should be quite easy to answer. Because if this young man was on the campus of Delta State University with all these cameras and all this modern technology, from the moment he left his dorm room or entered that campus, there should be surveillance of all of his actions. And that's what we want. Bring the surveillance, bring the cameras, so that we'll know exactly what happened to Trey Reed. What year? This was actually his first year at the university. Actually, I think he was just at the university 1 month. A brand new student, full of life, eager to be there. So the family wants answers as to how they sent this young, fun-loving young man to Delta State University, and now we're coming with a heinous crime. And as we stand here today, the Reed family, we're not going to point fingers at anybody. We're not going to call anybody any names. All we want is answers from technology. That's all we want, and then we can go to a different narrative. But right now, we're here, the family is grieving, and we don't want to point fingers at anyone. So as soon as the cameras and the surveillance comes available, we can have a talk. But with no cameras, no official report from the state coroner's office, how do you come up with actually what was the cause of Trey Reed's death? And we won't point the finger that someone's trying to control the narrative here, because technology and cameras will answer all the questions that all of us have. Any additional questions from anyone? Okay, go right ahead. The family was not aware of the coroner's report prior to it being released, and at this point, we're not going to get into constitutional violations, because that's not what this family is about. This family has this church here in Grenada. They're pillars of our local society, and we're not here to point fingers yet. But we will have answers And the possible constitutional violations of releasing Trey's name to the media immediately after this happened is a possible constitutional violation. And we will get to that. We will get to that. But for now, the family is asking for answers as to what happened to Trey Reed on the campus of Delta State University, which should have all forms of cameras and surveillance to answer these questions that this family has.
Yeah. On Martin Luther
Okay.
What you?
Days ahead. From all indications, and I'll say from speaking with the family, the days leading up to this, he was just as fun-loving as ever. We recently had Grenada Day here in Grenada. He was here with his family, and he was joyful and loving as ever. And that's what he's been remembered for being a joyful, loving young man. And when he went back to Delta State University, he was this fun-loving person. And our question is, what happened? If there are no additional questions, thank you all for coming.